I'm Kent Pelisseri. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Eric. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Kent Pelisseri.
Thank you
Nice
very
to meet you. Hi, Kent Pelisseri. Nice to meet you.
Andrew, nice to meet you.
Hi, Eric. Nice to meet
Pelisseri.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
I'm Angela. Nice
Eric. Nice to meet you. Hi,
Andre.
Nice to
Kent
meet you,
Pelisseri.
Eric.
Nice to meet you.
hi, Eric. Nice to meet you.
Alright.
According to the Pet Obesity Prevention Association, over 59% of dogs are overweight or obese. And this is what we said with our tracking color as not only a step tracker, but built in with the community.
My name is Andrew Hernandez. I'm the CEO.
I'm Honorary Johnny Buscema.
I'm Angela, I'm the CFO.
I'm Andrew, I'm the CTO.
And I'm Renaya, the secretary.
Our problem. Pet obesity is a huge problem in the U.S. Workouts and activities with your pet can be the solution, but there is no safe and reliable way to keep track of your pet's fitness without the risk of overworking.
We want to welcome a very special guest right now to model our prototype.
Oh,
Love it.
nice.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the color?
Okay, so the pedometer will go here and it will show the steps. The pedometer was actually on the outer. But it will go here and this will go on the dog's neck and the steps will actually be taken there and you can actually see how many steps your dog has taken.
Okay.
So, as you saw, this is a sketch of our product, and that's our actual product. As you saw, it's a collar that's adjustable for all dog sizes, and it has a pedometer on top to track the dog's steps, which is connected by a magnet.
This is our customer insight. Our target is people like Jake Williams. He's a 30-year-old man who works hard, and he doesn't really have time to spend with his dog. His dog is a bit oversized, and he wants to know how to work it out without overworking it. That's what we step at Puppy Pals, creating him a good bond with his dog.
So here are some of our leading competitors. Here's FI. They are not affordable. They retail for $65+. They do have a community base. It's more just showing off stats of everyone else's dogs. And then, of course, they have the health step track aspect. And then for FitBark, they are not affordable. This retails for $82+. And they do not have the community, but they do have the step tracker. And then Pet Kit, $100+, no community. And for us, Puppy Pals, we're affordable. We retail for $35.99. We do have the community base, which we will go further into depth. And then we have the health step tracker.
So we are more than a tracker in our community because as you know, if you own an animal, it is not just an animal to you, it is more like them. So we want to not just make it a tracking collar, but make it a policy that you can be doing that connection with your dog as you're helping them use that way to get their health back in order. And we are affordable housing because we don't want you to worry about this or how to get stuff because that's not real important. What's important is your dog's health. And we are built for connection because not only will you only be able to connect with your dog, you will be able to connect with other people who have the same issue as you. So you can hear their stories, see their stories, and share tips and tricks on how you're helping your dog use these things. So with our MVP pitch, we have got feedback on our collar and how we did this work, and we also got feedback on our MVP side because it was hard to read. So we shared our slides and we worked on our prototype so we could have a presentation.
So for our ad results, we had 51,000 ad views, we had 1,950 website visits, we had 93 likes, and we reached 7 different countries, as you can see through the data.
The these are the pivots we are going to make based off our MVP. We want to expand our website, like to go tenfold. That means like 10 times as much the people we reached. We want to make our community site reach all demographics, and we want to make a partnership with different food companies and different health companies for dogs.
So, judges, I urge you to look a little past our health aspect, and our main aspect is the community base. Although you buy the collar to work out with your dog, you're also connecting with other owners buying the same collar, whether that's local or global. So here's our leaderboard aspects. You're able to see other users, and you can see what place your dog is in, what other place your dog, other dogs are in. And here is our friends list. Again, this all comes with the collar when you purchase it. It will be the members only site. And your dog can have other friends, whether that's dogs you already know or owners you met through our app. You can get badges with your dogs, whether that's walking with them or chatting with them on our site. And then here is your dog's area. So you can favorite your dog's favorite routes. So you can keep track of where they like to walk. And then you can also see a map of everyone else's and the members. You can either set that to friends only, so you can only see your friends on the map, or you can set that to every user.
So we are looking to increase our social preference.
We want to make it more than just a collar. We want to get the community excited.
And we want to turn this collar into the key to unlocking our membership only, and we want to make it the biggest dog community site.
This is our mentor, Chastity Carrillo. She helped us during our presentation and helped us with our collar, letting us know tips and tricks on how we can make this actually good. And she also led our idea on the community aspect, which is why we are striving to make it more community, not just a collar.
So this would be our total addressable market. In the United States, the revenue we expect to make is at least 7 million. In California, our staff, the revenue we expect to make is 84 million. And in Fresno, it will be at least 1 million. So these are the metrics of our sum. Monthly income we expect 98,000. Units sold at least 2,700, and media engagement $500 per month with 300 websites.
So here's our 3-year plan. By year 1, we want to shoot for at least 10,000 members active in Fresno who are actively using the site and talking to each other. And by year 2, we want to at least have 1,000 members in all 50 states. And by year 3, we want to expand globally so other countries can experience this with their pets, because Van's best friend is dog, and that's all over the world.
Our costs. The package will be at least the packaging will be $2. The collar will be at least $10, and the tracker will be $5.99. Our retail price is $35.99 with the gross margins at 40%.
So our capital ask is $100,000 for 13% of the company, and this cost would account for website production, app production, and wholesale collar costs for manufacturers. The main cost would be the website development, app development, because that is the most priciest part of this company.
Don't just stop here. Take the steps with something else with our community and build a relationship with yourself.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. Thank you for making this product for me. I'm very excited for it. I do have an issue right out the get-go, and that is the price. I feel like you guys are leaving money on the table. I have a fat dog at home, and I want him to walk. I will gladly spend $100 to track his habits and to know how far he goes, and to do that. $100 buy-in is not that big an issue for me. For other people, it might be. Since he's a poodle, a breed or whatever, he's like special. I want to make sure he feels special. So I'm probably willing to spend a little bit more money on it. If you guys have different price points, that's great. If you guys have a more premium one, that's awesome. But 47 gross margin is all right to start off with. But I genuinely feel like you're probably leaving money on the table as someone would be willing to spend $100 on something that I had no idea existed until this pitch. So thanks for bringing this to my idea. I think that it's very awesome. I think there's lots of potential for it. I just genuinely want you guys to seriously consider the value proposition of affordability when it comes to health. I spend $700 a year just on health insurance for a dog. I do not have a bioscanner on me. I don't have any watches on me. I will buy a watch for my dog. Okay? That is awesome that you guys can figure that out and put it together. I don't necessarily know if the community aspect is that important to get started. I definitely feel like leaning on the health benefits and getting that out there is immediately what would get me to buy it. What's going to get me to stay is getting those tracks, those stats over all, and seeing, oh, hey, based on other poodles, that is his weight, his age, this is what they're doing. Maybe he should do something more like that. I think that is an awesome way just to suggest to you how they can improve their dog's lifestyle. But yeah, otherwise, I'm excited to spend $100 when you guys are ready for it.
$100. There you go.
I'll go next if no one else minds. I really love your guys' presentation. The dog was very much a nice touch just to get everyone excited. The idea of the product could work when it comes to that lower end, like he's saying, of selling your products. It could work if it was a no-frills idea. So Southwest Airlines, they always sell themselves the fact that they're cheaper than their competitors. But they let you know that, hey, we're cheaper, but you got to pay extra for this. You're not going to get anything that's in the plane. They really emphasize this is how we're able to sustain ourselves and give you value. You guys are differentiating yourselves to such a degree, unless you're going to do a monthly subscription, and that's where you make your bread and butter, that the tracker is cheap, the subscription is moderate, and that's how you make money long term. You don't necessarily have to come low end if you're already separating yourselves so dramatically from the current competition. So it's something to keep in mind when you look at your revenue streams. Maybe you're not making as much money on the physical product, but the services and the community is what make people want to pay for it as if it was another Netflix subscription. But because they love the dogs, they're willing to pay it.
And what's so funny is that I am, as the dog owner, I am not going to do anything with the service base. I just want to pay for the product one time, give you your money, and move on. I think that for me was a huge value prop that you guys weren't trying to get any money. From what it seems like, you weren't trying to get money based on the community aspect. The moment that happens, I'm assuming that you guys are also going to be taking money from ads to throwing in, stuff onto the community aspect. So that really throws me off. It was purely just trying to connect dogs and the health style of dogs. I think that's awesome. I don't know if you need to monetize on that aspect. It's just to sell your bracelets and that. But that's my own 2 cents of what I.
You did a great job. A couple of things. Let me go back to the practice. A couple of things that come to mind is like, well, I can wear a pedometer and I can figure out that I want to take this pinch down. Probably my dog does this stuff. So, but that's kind of fun.
Well, I think it's interesting because how many steps does he take when I'm not around?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it was just something about for sure.
That's true.
Second is, we all heard about 8 to 10,000 steps a day, right?
That's a good question.
What's the goal for the dog?
So
Have a goal for the dog, like, you say, oh, 25,000 steps. Is that good? Is that good based on his weight? Is that good on his kind of dog he is, or whatever? So maybe have different metrics for different dogs, small, medium, large, make it simple that way. To say if your dog is, anywhere between this and this, he should be doing this many steps, or so forth, so at least you have, so that me as a dog owner, I go, okay, Chucky's got to do 5,000 steps a day. You have to have something to kind of help that, but I think that's another thing. Other thing you can do is, now with steps, we say, hey, Chester, we're 500 calories a day. It's not about steps, but now you can see, because we all know what, if we do, hey, 300 calories burn, that could be another thing. You could have some way to metric that, or you could just have, say, okay, Chester did 5,000, say, for 300 calories a day. Because if it's all about helping Chester or whatever to lose weight, you need to have some kind of metrics that points to that, whether it's certain steps per dog or calories or whatever. Just something to think about. I think it just gives, because then it just makes the dog owner go out and make sure Chester does walk, and because we want him to lose weight, and if we don't do these things, they have some kind of metric to help them. it might help in the sense of just, bringing some more value to what we're trying to do. The second thing is on cost. You have 45%, 47%. I didn't see any of them. What's it going to cost to market this? And I think the metrics are a little high about your first, second, and third years. But I think you've got to get the word out. That's going to cost money. So you got to figure out where's that cost from in. I think your audit rate is very low. But I think you still got to remember that you have to basically, if you're first starting out, if you're going to say, let's say I'm going to try to do $100,000, you need to have about 8 to 10, get closer to 15% of that minimum. So you have to have that into it, and then how much that will be. So again, you have to kind of look at the intangible of what it costs to market this stuff. So that should be in there. But for the most part, I think this is great. These are just a couple of suggestions. But
if I can add to what you're saying with the contribution margin, is that you guys think that 47 is a lot and you don't want to be greedy, but I'm telling you, I am more than happy to spend $100. I am doubling what the price. I'm more than doubling, right? Triple netting, whatever it is, because I think if it's a good product, I'm willing to pay for it. A lot of students try to make products that would be for them, and a lot of students value and affordability. That's the number one key metrics. But if I'm telling you guys, there's people out there spending a lot more than $700 on insurance for a dog a year. They can spend more money. It's out there for you guys. And 47 it's once you put it in perspective of you're missing your marketing costs. There's a lot of things that you're not going to be taking account of that all these other companies are taking account of. They think that this product is worth $100. They can sell for that. They're going to do that. They could probably discount it to $30. If they need a fire sale and they need to move through inventory, they can plow through it, and suddenly you're kind of out of the water in that, right? So fighting on price is, and this is for almost every college team that I've seen, almost every high school pitch team I've seen, they try to fight on affordability, and it's a tough battle to do. So just highly suggest thinking about that and knowing that there's going to be more costs that you're not even aware of quite yet, that you can already have pre-planned, pre-baked out for you guys.
It's true. People spend more money on pets than next to their kids.
And I don't have kids, so they are my kids.
That's your job.
So point taken is you can use some of that money to enhance this product to bring a little bit more of, just like some of the things we talked about as goals and calories or whatever. You can make it really kind of cool or whatever. And then marketing costs. But he's right. People will spend money on it. And if it helps their dog or helps their, to achieve some of these things that they're doing, if it has an intrinsic value like that, they will pay for it. So, he makes it.
I can go on and on about that.
It's terrible that he's not passionate about his dog.
Right? Terrible shame. Yeah. To your point, you were wanting to have a service baked in where you have a community embedded in and they're paying a monthly fee. Like this, view that as the fee of the upfront fee of buying the bracelet, right? It gets you into the community as well. Maybe you can join it for free, whatever it is. Maybe there's additional benefits if you actually have the bracelet, whatever it is. But there's a lot to
be a secondary because you always want to look for the bracelet. Once you sell one, tracker, you're done. Yeah. But if you could do some kind of a razor blade on top of that, that's the one thing. But anyway, as you see, we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
And I think that's a testament to what you have because there's some opportunities and we're seeing it. So, the points, even though we've made some points and we kind of said here's some things to think about and so forth, we're doing it because we're pretty passionate about what we think you got.
You guys. Okay. This is so cool. I have so many ideas. First of all, this is not only a tracker, it's like a GPS. So if your dog does get lost or run outside, you could be able to look at this. Is it battery charged? How is it charged? Like our watches?
Yeah, it would just be like a charger you plug in at the end of the day when they go to sleep. Just plug into the wall your charger with your phone, everything else. It's just charge batteries.
So when I get it and I sign up my dog or whatever, I will get access to the website. But is it an app based too? So I can see while I'm at work what my dog's doing.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever I have Bose headphones, and like before, as soon as I bought them, they come with the QR code you scan to set it up on the app. It would basically be something like that.
Okay. And so I loved your little model. I do have, I don't know, it didn't show me that there were options for the collar, like colors and bling options, or you guys could get crazy with all the little pieces that you could add to this. Or like send the owner a text message like, Fluffy has whatever steps today. And did you guys pay yourselves in your overhead costs? So I didn't see like your salaries.
Right. We didn't. I didn't put that on the paper, but it counts for the salaries. But yeah, I just listed the cost of the product in the app, but I didn't list our salaries. But yeah, we're gonna count that into the.
Would the app be a charge then for folks if they wanted it, or they just...
So as of early on, we want to start off the app's access to everyone who buys a collar. But as we move on, we do want to make it subscription based because that will just come with more premium benefits. Like there's a free version, a premium version. We plan on doing that.
And like also as they were saying, like they were paying like $100. We were also, that's why we said for like our students, like it would be like partnership for like meal plans, healthy cheese, healthy food, and things.
Yeah, you guys could partner with so many of these like PetSmarts and things like that. I don't know, so many things. Okay, I think that was my questions. But yeah, awesome job.
Great job. I really enjoyed your presentation. I'm gonna echo similar things what the judges on that side said, but I think I'm a little torn. I do like the aspect from a consumer side, not being charged a monthly subscription. But on the other hand, I think you can have the best of both worlds. I think you should have the option of not having to have a monthly subscription, meaning you get the steps, you get how many like steps on like a LCD screen, something that shows. But then if you do want the monthly subscription and you want access to that platform, then you could have like a $5.99, $6.99 a month kind of reoccurring revenue stream. Because as a business person, I see what you're saying. I want to pay one time. I don't want to deal with the subscription. I completely get that. But if it's me and I'm a human, and I hate saying this, sometimes our dogs reflect us. So you might have a person who's overweight as well that you might want to market to get them off the couch and help their dogs too, and then track them as well. So therefore, $6.99 to have basically a motivator to get you to go with your dog and say, hey, you only stepped this many steps today, and your dog probably did far less. How about you both go out and walk? So I think you could have both models. It's just, like I said, I've seen from the consumer side, like I don't want to pay a subscription, but if you're selling to both about your dog, keeping your dog healthy, and the human being healthy, then you could probably get both to sign up for both. What do you think of that?
I think it's all about marketing and positioning. You can pull it off, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm seeing both sides from a business and consumer standpoint, but I love the idea. I have 2 dogs. They don't get out enough. And I have 2 kids. So, of course, the kids have sports, but my dogs are left at home. So, I think it's a great idea. Keep up the good work. I think, other than that, everything, I think your price point's too low also. Way too low. I've just on vet bills and trying to keep my dogs healthy, I spend way more money than that. So, to echo Calvin, yes, way too low. Just think about that. But other than that, I thought it was a really good presentation. Thank you.
Is it Arena?
Ernaya,
I'm sorry. I butchered your name. Great job pivoting. You came up with a prototype. There's a piece missing, and you didn't skip a beat, right? You kept going. And in any presentation you're going to do, something's going to go wrong. The question is, how do you let it affect you and the cadence of the flow? Really good job. That was awesome. So I'm going to take a little bit of a different angle. Everybody has rightfully focused on the health benefits for the dogs. That's the pitch. I have a dachshund. He's about 1.5 years old, and he is full of energy. I'll tell you what. And it's become my responsibility over the last 1.5 years to take him for his daily walk. And it's really about behavior modification. It's as much as it's about health. Yes, the health benefits are great, but if he gets that walk in the first part of the morning, he is a better behaved dog for the duration of the day, less likely to eat my shoes, less likely to eat my computer bag, which is a true story. That happened 2 months ago. So there's this added benefit of it's not just about the long-term health of the pet. It's about your day-to-day interaction with the pet. and how he or she is going to feel in your environment and everything else. So I think there may be an angle there where either if my pet is not obese or my pet was obese but is no longer obese, there's still a market out there we can go after that you're using this every single day for behavior modification. I also sound like an old colleague of mine, but there's an opportunity for AI in here as well. And the opportunity that I see it is we're looking at various things like the weather. So for instance, Monday, true story, was going to take the dog out, but then it started to rain a little bit, but then it stopped. I got him all in his harness, and then it started to rain again. And I'm like, gosh, if I could only know when the optimum time was to go on this 15-minute walk, that would be great. To have it predictively tell you, hey, it's going to rain today, best time to go on your 20-minute walk, which we know because we watch your route and we know how far you've been out, is going to be at this time, and it's going to fit in with the rest of your schedule. That's when you should plan it.
Or send you a reminder.
Send you a reminder. This is, by virtue of the fact that it's got all these data points, this is the Apple Watch for dogs. So it is a comprehensive suite of features that are fundamentally going to change your relationship with your pet for the better. Everyone is absolutely correct. The price point is way too low when you position it not as just a step tracker. This is the piece of technology that's going to give you insight into their health, their nutrition, their behavior, their sleeping patterns. You know, how many times was he moving around? I swear that he sleeps in our room. Not in our bed. I want to make that clear. In a cage. But he moves around so many times during the night, and I'm responsible for getting up and taking him out. So I just think there's a huge angle there. Great presentation. Great job adapting on the fly. And there's a huge market here that I think you're just scraping the surface of. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm sure you guys have
I know. I did.
Good. All good.
Yeah.
So, but put it in perspective, these can be phases.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to do this all at once. But I think what we're all trying to say is there's opportunities for you to take it here, and you can add it here, and then you can add another piece here, and add another piece here. So you don't have to do it all at once. But I think one is that you get an idea of the potential. I think you got that idea that you got the idea that the cost is too low, and that we just kind of start focusing on the work, and then we'll feel the opportunities that we kind of put in place for you. And I think, you know, we're all saying that we got something, and we're just excited to see what happens.
Yeah. Thumbs up from all around. You just want to see it happen at this point. There's a few things you guys got to work on. But that's with everything. But like we definitely this very rare time where like all the judges are saying yes.
Great job.
Great job on that.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah, that was a good touch. Awesome. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks.